Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk with Holy Redeemer Senior Olivia Gregorio. Well, Olivia, a long line of seniors that have had success at Holy Redeemer this year. Alexis Lewis is headed out to New York to go to school. And, of course, a couple of other young ladies and guys doing some great things there as well. And you're headed to Seton Hall. What a great accomplishment for you, your track and field, your cross country. Let's talk about your career there at Holy Redeemer. What's it been like for you?
I just wanted to thank you first for having me, but my career at Holy Redeemer has been such a learning experience and such an experience that has made me who I am. I started off sophomore year with my first year on varsity and first year in the sport, and I was able to go to states in the 3,200-meter relay, and that kind of opened my eyes to track and field. And my junior year, I came back and was able to lead the team and had some great times, and it really set me up for senior year. But even with that 4x8 just setting the tone, freshman year before I officially joined track, I was able to meet all the coaches, Coach Sarge, Coach Roman, Coach Kevin Walters, my sophomore year, Coach Hoda. It's just a great community and a great experience so far at Holy Redeemer.
Olivia, there's so many great sports to be successful at Holy Redeemer, and you happen to be involved in track and field and cross country, so you've excelled there. You know, everybody has to run in some way in most of those sports, but you have to do that as your sport. Talk about that, being the theme, getting out there, getting on your feet, and getting your legs under you to make sure you're, competing at your highest level.
I think cross country and track and field, along with other sports, but especially these two in particular, require a certain mental toughness. And with other sports, it's a team sport. So with certain results, you may rely on other people on your team versus cross-country and track. While you need to score points to help your team, it's a very individual sport. You're out there on your own, making sure you have to hit every time, making sure you have to hit the mileage. And it's just a tough sport mentally, and it really makes you focus on yourself and how your body feels each day and what mental set you have to be in to succeed.
Well, talk about that mental toughness and where it came from. Family, coaches, a little bit on your own. How did you develop that over time?
Well, I've been playing club soccer up until this year. So from around age 9 up until my senior year, I played on a club team that would travel up and down the East Coast. And I would see basically the nation's top players. So I would have to go in each game knowing that in order for my team to succeed, to do the best. So I was able to take that same mentality and transfer it onto the track and onto the course and individually know that I needed to bring that awareness of the sport into the event.
Talking with Olivia Gregorio, she's a senior at Holy Redeemer, a whole lot of success in her career, academically, athletically. That's why she's headed to Seton Hall. Let's talk a little bit about the decision process for you, Olivia. Why Seton Hall?
Seton Hall University, so many reasons I chose this place. It really came down to Seton Hall University, Ithaca College, and Sacred Heart University. And what set this school aside for running was definitely the coach. I'd be able to run under Coach John Moon. He's had Olympic experience. He's going to coach the Pan American Games. He's been coaching there for 40 years in the Big East Conference. Also, with being in the Big East, I'd have the opportunity to run against powerhouses like Georgetown and Villanova, not just schools that are great running schools on the East Coast, but across the nation to see the best runners. The resources as well for the student athletes was what set Seton Hall above all my other schools. I had the opportunity to meet with academic advisors. I got to see all the facilities and meet with athletic trainers, and just the equipment and opportunities available to the student athletes was second to none. Just even they have press rooms and all the different locker rooms. They have a underwater treadmill that the only other place that has it is the Nike Oregon project at the University of Oregon. So to have that on the East Coast and as one of my schools and opportunities is amazing. The girls on the team, I really felt I fit in with their work ethic and just how they approached running and their sport, and as well as their academics. And then on the academic side, Seton Hall's physical therapy program is one of the best in the country. I liked that I was able to be a biology major and have the flexibility to focus for grad school, as well as I got into the graduate school like as an incoming freshman. So to have that security, but also the flexibility, was a great opportunity.
Obviously, Olivia, after your answer, there's a whole lot of thought that went into Seton Hall University, and it looks like you did your homework and did a tremendous job in making that selection. Talk about your favorite events at track and field, what you really like the most, and what you hope to do when districts and hopefully for you states comes around.
Definitely my favorite event would be the 800 meters. I consider myself a mid-distance specialist, and I'm looking to qualify into states and medal at states in that event on an individual level. I'd also would like to take my 4x8 relay to states as the anchor, so that would be very exciting. We have a lot of potential there. On the college level, I will be focusing on cross-country, but for track, we do 5 to 6 non-conference invitationals, and my coach has had some talk about becoming a miler. So I'd still be in that mid-distance range, but to focus more on the mile in college. So it really means a lot for me now to focus on the 800 as my last opportunity in high school.
Finally, for you, Olivia, talk about the family support you get. Family heading out to your events, driving you all over the place, and just being there for you.
I can't talk enough or express my gratitude towards my parents and friends and the rest of my family. I don't think my parents have missed a meet since sophomore year. They haven't missed a soccer game since I was 5. Just the real family values that we have in these sports really helped me become who I am. And it's always, we're at the dinner table, we're talking about track, we're talking about how I ran, how was practice. It's just, they really keep me grounded, and I couldn't thank them enough for the support, especially in the college process, with starting it so early and really looking thoroughly into each school. I couldn't thank them enough for helping me with everything and just giving me the constructive criticism and tough love, but also the support I really need.
Well, spoken like a well-rounded young lady, a senior at Holy Redeemer, Olivia Gregorio. We wish you well at Seton Hall University in your future endeavors.
Thank you so much for having me.
That is Holy Redeemer's Olivia Gregorio here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.